Hi, and welcome to this new timeless reading. Let's take a look at what frequencies available for us to activate and integrate at this point in time. And it's going to be in three cards. The first one is the frequency, second one is what can get released from your current fields in order to activate better, and the third card is advice on how to go about it. So let's take a look at the actual frequency. And we have the Chariot. And in the Chariot, what I'm seeing is much anticipated and exciting forward movement is being available for many of us, and it's very interesting because depending on what collective you're part of, if you're reading this, you probably relate to some of my previous messages. The past 5-ish years have been very complicated, as it felt like we a lot of the times been placed in like living situations or work situations where it was kind of difficult to maneuver and go about what you actually really wanted to do and go where you really wanted to go. Even planning trips was complicated, and sometimes it felt like no matter what you tried, it was just not working no matter what you did. And even like if you had to move, maybe you got to some other place where it was pretty much the same type of vibe, and it didn't even feel like an improvement, and it kept you locked in a frequency and a state of mind that would just not lift, and now it feels like the movement I'm talking about is like to some extent physical, but it's mostly usually psychic, emotional, spiritual, and psychological, that we're really leaving a space we've been in for a long time and finally feel the fresh air, coming back into our life situations. Like a timeline just opened, and we finally had the keys the whole time, but it was just not within reach, and it feels like now it is. And I'm also getting that we have everything it takes to access it in the best way possible. As if in the meantime we built the resilience, we built the qualities and the skills in order to get us to a point where when you embark on that timeline, it will be a perfect fit. That's what I'm hearing. So now what can we release from our fields in order for this to activate in the best way possible? And we have the Nine of Wands, and what I'm getting right away is the matrix mindset. So the way you'd go about life previously, I get, is too heavy, and it's not conducive to having you have the right keys to step into the new timeline. So if your mindset, let's say, when I say a matrix mindset, it's like a 9 to 5 over any type of creation or independent entrepreneurship or anything else you could do for yourself, or like absolutely having to get married and having 2 kids to get respect or something on a family level, or like any other type of mindset, even self-destructive mindsets that have been very much pushed for a very long time, as people would just like have a hookup culture and oh, let's have fun and drink and do recreational anything else, which all of it is pretty much really bad for your body, especially alcohol, depending on the substances. I mean, it's a matter of like discernment, but like ideally we'd be trying to live a life where you don't need to like escape or overcompensate with those types of things. And if you force yourself into a 9 to 5 mindset when it's really not for you, and you force yourself into the family ideal family structure that's been pushed on us in a matrix, and it's not for you, you will want to like escape it and will resort to questionable means to do that. So it's about leaving that type of energy fully behind and actually being open to what's going to be presented to you in the new timeline, and trusting the forward movement. And maybe you don't know what it's going to look like, and it's fine, but at least try something. In the worst case scenario, if you're really afraid and it's like really not working, like just go back to the jail cell or something. You know, it's like gonna be there waiting for you. So if you feel an uplift and a movement, just give it a shot. You know, it's not connecting with you by accident. It's because you have the codes and the capacities to engage it and merge with it in a way that produces something different on a higher level. And now the advice is the justice card, and this would be the indicator to see if you're in respecting the new movement or going back to the matrix mindset, is to gauge how balanced you actually feel in your current life circumstances. And the more balanced you feel, normally, the more access you have to this new movement. Uh, like it requests us to be strong and capable to actually carry our weight and be able to eventually contribute. And the contribution is not energy getting extracted from you, no matter who you are, like in the matrix tends to happen. It's actually contributing your natural skills and abilities that you actually master almost naturally. So it's not a draining experience, you know. So make sure you're feeling balanced and do anything you can to remain in that state, and you will have access to the new timeline very shortly. So I hope this resonated.